animals in there! You need to free them! Welcome back to more Sonic Adventure. Today's part, we've got a whole area to explore. Look at all the Piccolos. Jesus Christ, man, we were talking? No, you get back here. This is unironically like one of the most populated areas in the game, and it's the ancient past. I actually really like this, damn it. I wanted to see if I could gather some speed off of that so that I can maybe try to fly all the way up here. And it looks like it's probably not impossible, but I don't care that much. Anyway, we're only here for one reason, and that's to get an upgrade that exists here somewhere for some reason.
You found the rhythm badge. To do continuous tail attacks, hold the action button down.
Well, I don't necessarily care for having a whole ass badge on your chest. This is really fun. Even if it makes the audio really crusty for some reason. Anyway, now that we got that,
the 7 Chaos Emeralds.
this girl's here.
Hello there, friend. How are you?
What were you saying before?
Huh. It's something my grandmother taught me. I'm never to forget it. It goes like this.
This is honestly a cute little moment.
The servants are the 7 Chaos. Chaos is power. Power enriched by the heart. The controller is the one that unifies the chaos. But I'm still not sure what it all means. But the number 7 is the same as the number of emeralds there are.
Emeralds?
Forgive me, but I don't think we've ever met before. I'm Tikal. And you are?
Honestly, I think Tikal deserves to have more appearances. I understand why she doesn't have any more appearances. It's kind of, you know. But if Maria can come back for things, and by things I mean, like, one game, I think Tikal deserves, like, to appear again. Anyway, this is terrifying to see in the middle of the night. And it only... It's just... Ugh. What a random-ass fucking interaction.
Weird.
And this does unlock big if you meet him as Tails.
Oh yeah, the Chaos Emerald. Perfect.
The emerald just... Boop, it just slid right up on the screen. Ah, shit. Oh. What was with that pause there? I thought the cutscene ended and I was gonna get the gameplay again, and then it was like, hold on a minute. Hold on there, bucko. Anyway.
Time has come at last. This new plane should work a lot better. I've ironed out most of the problems.
We are definitely going through the rest
So,
of Tails'
here
story with
goes.
this. But I
Do your stuff.
will say,
Ready, Sonic? Here I come.
that, we are gonna have to do another skip.
Tornado 2.
I do love this little area.
Away we go.
I don't know why he built it in front of a waterfall and a rock. So yeah, we just go through that.
Come on, get ahead. The egg carrier.
And like, we're immediately into another flying stage. Sonic, you didn't open the capsule, Sonic. Sonic, there are animals in there.
Sonic!
There are animals in there. You need to free them. Well, rip to those animals. Suffering forever.
What do you say we nail those guys?
You got it. Hang on.
Ugh. Big yawn. Anyway. Sky Chase Act 2! Woo! I'm gonna skip again. We did it! So now that we're done with that time sink,
Coming in tight.
Tails, we gotta land on the edge.
could have phrased that a little bit better, Tails, but I'll accept
We
it.
got a problem here.
What now?
I forgot to put in the landing gear.
Whoa!
Oops.
Wow, this thing is really huge.
No time to gawk, Sonic. We gotta find Amy.
Did Sonic
All right, pal. Let's get busy.
Did Sonic mention that Amy was taken? I guess he probably could have done that in the flight, in the chase to the egg carrier.
Don't get any ideas, Sonic. You have no idea what this vessel can do. How about I give you a little sample?
And we're gonna see another transformation. And we're gonna see this again as Knuckles, believe it or not. And I think is Big. And Amy.
Whoa!
No, maybe not Amy. I don't think Amy sees
Did
it.
you see that?
Now, how are we gonna get
I
to
think
the
most
bridge?
characters see this.
Hate it when he doesn't listen to me.
But it's been like years since I played this, so maybe I'm wrong.
Only one way to get to me, Sonic, and that's through the sky. Then I doubt if you can make it. Ha ha! I dare you.
Well, you heard him, Tails.
Bring it on.
Nobody dares me. Hit him with a triple dog dare.
This must be the sky deck, huh?
Fascinating. This is one of the few instances where we go through the first section of the stage instead of the last. Also, you love that yell that Tails gave? Wow! Anyway, while this stage can be a pain as Sonic, I actually think it's really, really good as Tails. It's very well made, well suited for Tails' oh god, for Tails' entire gameplay. Also, Sonic is way back there. I could, whoa, camera. I could probably have skipped to the end bit there, but eh. It's, what's done is done. We've immediately cleared the stage in under a minute.
That wasn't too bad.
And Sonic, like, immediately, how did he rubber band that fast? He was, like, at the beginning of the stage, like, a few seconds ago. Huh. I say that as I blaze through it in under a minute.
Yeah. Is that it?
Sonic, we should check out the bridge.
Why are you purple? Tails, you can't ask someone why they're purple. Even if they are a machine, TV, floating device.
Sonic! Tails!
You're a bit late.
Not the birdie!
There is so much of Tails' story that is spent in cutscenes and not in gameplay because Tails just kind of neumes through. Yeah, Amy, Yahweh. It literally had an emerald there.
Gamma?
What is your wish, Master?
Gemma is immediately there. Wow.
Get rid of these pests. Give them all you have. Aye, aye, Master Robotnik.
Hey, you didn't call him Master Robotonic this time. Good job, Gamma. You learned a spell. Feels like AI. Congratulations on doing the bare fucking minimum. Oh, camera? Camera? Whoa! Anyway. You cannot escape me! Yes. Yes. As long as you continue to hit the opponent, the fight will not end. So just, if you want to be funny, just do that.
Please stop, Tails!
I love the
Move
little
aside,
fucking,
Amy.
the little
Away.
hustle Tails did
No.
there.
This robot is my friend. He helped me. Don't hurt him.
Tails, that's the noise you make when you're climbing a ladder. Also, Amy copied the exact
Okay,
same line
if
read
you
as
say
before.
so.
It's
You
the
have
exact
your
same line
reasons,
read.
I guess.
I guess I'm finding more lines that are similar between
Hey, this
the
ship
two
is
stories
losing altitude.
than I expected,
Tails,
at least.
Take Amy and get out of here.
Oh, this is fun.
Well, what about you?
I'll find
What about
Amy
you
and
staring
these
at
evil
Tails?
ways.
This is the only time Tails actively carries anyone in the game. Like, that was a thing he could do in the classic games. Huh? What the fuck was with the zoom in on the deck? That was weird. Oh, this is interesting because this scene is exactly the same in this and in DX, the GameCube release. But I think later ports just fuck up the models and don't put them in there. So you just see the scene of the egg carrier crashing. Although I will note that Tails' tails were not moving at all. Ah! Also, I love because this scene does play in Amy's story, so she does just get separated
That's
from
Eggman.
Tails,
I
and
wonder
then
what happened to Sonic.
that's a bad line read, Tails. And this stuff is just happening in the background as Amy is contemplating shit.
I'm finished. Chaos was defeated, and now my egg carrier is ruined. No matter. I will destroy Station Square anyway.
Eggman, do you have to thrust to make it go up? Yeah. He's thrusting so he can get erect.
If that missile is launched,
You ready? Fire!
Eggman's doing this while he's in Station Square. And then nothing.
Ah, no, it was a dud. I can't believe this. Ah,
Stop reusing that line.
myself.
This song is fucking freaky, by
oh
the way.
no! I'd better get to that missile before he detonates
It's
it.
so frantic, but so kind of out of place. It's so short, too. It's like it's in one of the shortest sections. It's one of the shortest sections a song ever gets.
I've got to get it before Eggman. The fate of Station Square depends on me. Sonic! I've changed a lot since I've started hanging with Sonic.
I love this little art.
Depend on him forever.
I hate that Forces and,
I know I can do
to a
it by
degree,
myself.
Unleashed
Okay,
ruined it.
Eggman, bring it on!
And then I like that Ian Flynn at least fucking did work with it in Frontiers.
You think you can keep up with me? What?
Especially because, and this is something I'm gonna knock a bit of IDW writing. Not for Ian Flynn's, I forget the guy who wrote it, but the guy that did, Scrapneck Island, which, by the way, if you haven't read Scrapneck Island, great book. Love, woo-wee. Alright. Love Scrapneck Island. I highly recommend it. It is a very good book. It is a very good comic. Comic series, I should say. But the writer for that had a little... I'm just gonna say... just a very wrong opinion. Had a very wrong opinion on the writing Ian did for Frontiers by mentioning how he didn't like that Ian had Tails bring up his bad points alongside the good by, you know, he thought that it was doing too much talking about things instead of actively showing any change or improvement, and that's why he wrote Tails the way he did in Scrapneck Island, as someone who actively does stuff instead of mentions that he's inconsistent. But I'd argue that you are able to write a Tails that just gets to do stuff in Scrapneck Island because it is a standalone... I'm dead. It is a standalone miniseries in a comic book that has no actual, like, direct relations to a game.
Goodbye, Tails.
No. Hello, Eggman. Goodbye, Eggman. And I think that it's a little disingenuous to say that Ian should have just had Tails do stuff instead of being upset that he's inconsistent. Which... no? First of all, it is a direct follow-up to Forces. And I feel like in a video game, specifically for the video games, going from one end to the other of being like, oh man, Tails is like a crybaby that is useless in Forces, suddenly being hyper-competent and doing stuff instead of, like, having actual issues with his own self-worth, that's... like, no, first of all, that is peak Tails. That is how he is in the adventure games. Tails has self-worth issues and fights through it. And I think that complaining about the writing of Frontiers directly
I'm not
continuing
scared.
that aspect
I'm not
is just... I think it's a very wrong
do
opinion.
this.
Again, I love Scrapneck Island, and I think the writing in that is very good. I think that it is a perfectly fine way to write Tails there. But you cannot say that Ian did it wrong in Frontiers when Ian was actively working on... all that Frontiers was doing, story-wise, it was meant to re-solidify the canon. Like, the references that were there, the nods here and there, the character, like, interactions and evolutions and development existed in the way that they were because of their relation to previous Sonic games. And having Tails just be competent without even directly mentioning how, hey, he's had some problems in the past, I think that's disingenuous. I think it's disingenuous to not mention, hey, yeah, Tails has had inconsistencies. Tails is a kid that has done really cool stuff, but has also been really lame at points. And rather than ignoring those lame points, Ian was like, no, we're gonna make them relevant. It would be a disservice to the writing that did go in it to not directly mention, and that's all that Ian's run in Archie was doing, was directly bringing up the bad points and making them into good points. He did good work before in Archie. That's something that people praised him for. That's something that people praise him for to this day, even for things that they disliked in Archie. Ian managed to take them into consideration. He didn't just ignore shit. He brought it up. He evolved those concepts into something that worked, and I like that. And I talked over the entirety of that stage and boss fight, which is a shame, because I probably would have more to say. But this is just the, I think Ian Flynn deserves more credit section of the playthrough. But again, no hate toward the writer of Scrapnik Island. I think his name is Daniel Barnes? Or am I thinking of the Spider-Man voice actor? I could be thinking of the Spider-Man voice actor. I think I'm thinking of Christopher Daniel Barnes. I'll have to, like, look that up later for myself. You can look that up later by looking up just literally Scrapnik Island writer. It is that easy. But again, I like his writing. I think it's good. And Scrapnik Island is a great solo story that is just... it's good. It's very good. Read it. I recommend it. I just think he has wrong opinions on Frontiers. The extremely wrong opinions of all time. But that's it. We did Tales of Story in 2 parts. Woo! Tales of Story is fascinating. Gameplay-wise, I think Tales is a great continuation of his classic gameplay. In fact, I think he's a bit completely better in every way, especially with the jet angling. He is fast, he is really busted. I love playing through Tales of Story purely for his stages. The only problem is, there are... how many stages did we do? There was Windy Valley, there was Ice Cap, there was Casino Night, or Casino Office. There was Skydeck, and there was Speed Highway. There were not a lot of stages, and there were even fewer where you actively played as Tails. Ice Cap was entirely snowboarding. But there's not a lot of room to show off Tails' abilities, ironically enough. It's just story. It is extremely story. And that's not a problem, really. I think Tails' story is a very good story that shows his growth. It develops him in a way that you might not necessarily think about when your knowledge about Sonic for the longest time was the classic games, where Tails is pretty much exclusively just a sidekick, but also a kid like him that is very skilled in his own right. Look at Tails Adventure, Tails Sky Patrol. Tails is capable of a lot of really, impressive stuff, but he also just compares himself to Sonic. And that brings him down in his head. He brings himself down, and I like that this is a lead into him becoming his own person. Like, he has the skills. He needs to stop comparing himself to Sonic, is the biggest thing. And when he does do that, he's capable of some really impressive stuff. When Tails is the only one capable of doing something, that's when he really shines. When he's the one that people have to call on for help, I think that's something that's really great for Tails. I actually really like Tails Adventure as a game. I think it's fun, it's interesting, and it is a very good solo Tails adventure. I would argue that it deserves a bit of a remake. I think there should be another game like Tails Adventure for him, because it's such a very unique experience. It's almost like a Metroidvania in a way, but not quite. It's level-based, but it is very exploratory. Having different equipment to use, it's a fascinating game. I don't know if I'll Let's Play it, at least not anytime soon, but it is a game that is worth mentioning. As a Tails experience, if you're a big Tails fan, I think you should play that game, because that's a good demonstration of it. This is the part where we talk about Tails and not about the actual fucking game we're playing. Finn. Man, this part's gonna be like 25 minutes long. Huh. Well, anyway, we did it. We did the game. We beat the game. We beat Tails' story. Yeah. And the next part.
Select a character.
Ooh, do we do Knuckles next? Do we do Knuckles next? Yeah. You know what? You know what? We should do Knuckles' next. Knuckles' story next. We should do Knuckles' story next because, yeah, we'll round out the trio. Then the quartet with Amy. I'll see you guys next time for Knuckles' playthrough, which, you know, I'm rounding it up to 3 parts. I think Knuckles is gonna be at a solid 3 parts. Sonic is probably the longest story in the game. Reasonably so, he goes through every stage but 1. But yeah, I'll see you guys then. Hope you enjoyed Tails' playthrough.